Today we start in Syria. On Monday, the Obama administration announced it will release a declassified document justifying a U.S. military intervention in Syria. The news comes right after Secretary of State John Kerry held a press conference on Monday in which he boldly described last week's alleged chemical attack in Syria as a, quote, obscenity that defies any code of morality. Take a listen.
Anyone who could claim that an attack of this staggering scale could be contrived or fabricated needs to check their conscience and their own moral compass. Make no mistake, President Obama believes there must be accountability for those who would use the world's most heinous weapons against the world's most vulnerable people.
Obama has been meeting with his national security team to discuss America's next move, including, quote, detailed analysis of evidence about the chemical weapons that provides a near airtight circumstantial case that the Syrian regime was behind it. Even if only 9% of Americans support intervention, according to a Reuters poll, America's armed forces are ready. This is how Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel framed America's readiness for war.
I think it's pretty clear that chemical weapons were used against people in Syria. I think that the intelligence will conclude that it wasn't the rebels who used it. The deeper we get into this, it seems to me it's clear and clear that the government of Syria was responsible. Let's get the facts, let's get the intelligence, and then a decision will be made on whether action should be taken, if action should be taken, what action, or no action.
But if the order comes, you're ready to go like that?
We are ready to go like that.
Obama's decision to release the report and Kerry's comments last night sound like they do have clear evidence. After Kerry's speech in particular, it seems like it's no longer if, but when the U.S. will intervene. What do you think of that, even with that low 9% support we saw in that latest Reuters poll?
It doesn't surprise me that we have low public support for intervention. Obviously, America is tired after a decade of war. I think these are decisions that are going to be made at the highest levels. And as I was thinking this morning, nobody in Washington today wants to be President Clinton in 1994 when he did not intervene in the genocide in Rwanda. There's intense pressure from people who are making these decisions. I know that there is some dissent, certainly from General Dempsey, from the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who does not necessarily agree with the idea of military strikes. But I heard Secretary Kerry yesterday. I think we heard a very resolute Secretary of State who is ready to do the diplomatic side, and I understand he's doing that all day today. And I think the president sounds resolute as well.
Mehdi, your quick reaction to what she outlined there. I mean, obviously, no one wants to be Bush in 2003 as well. Obviously, it's not the exact same situation, but so often Iraq is cited as a reason Obama's been so cautious.
Indeed, there are lots of precedents. There's Rwanda, there's Iraq, there's Afghanistan. Libya is being invoked as a successful precedent. I think what Christina said about the US public opinion applies here in the UK as well. The British public are tired of wars, in particular Middle East interventions, which haven't gone so well, perhaps Libya accepted. The polls here show the British public are not keen on arming the rebels. There's going to be a new poll tomorrow morning on whether the public supports airstrikes. I suspect we'll see a majority opposed to this. But the Prime Minister, David Cameron, wants to do this, and we're having a big vote on Thursday. He's recalled Parliament in the middle of its summer break to have a vote and a debate on it.